Hello, hello. Greetings. Final stream for this game. Oh, I don't know. Is it a fun yay? All right. This might. Oh, excuse me. I don't know how short this is gonna be, so it's gonna be 2 sections, maybe 2 hours. We'll see. Let's start from the bridge again. I got my extra big soda. It's so funny. I'm always like, I should do some like speaking warm ups before stream, and then I'm just like, nah. I'll just, however I sound is how I sound, I guess. You're surrounded. No way out. So we have to get Aereo to lower the gun. But I'm also kind of curious. Alright, I'm not going to read everything again because I've already read this once. So, Nejima right now is going to do a lot of bluffs. We know he can kill a lot of students, but he can't do it until dusk. And as far as I know, he doesn't actually have any other... He doesn't have like any bombs or like poison gas or anything. He's just gonna bluff a little bit. Okay, so... Okay. First, we'll just do our usual look around. Nothing to look at. Oops. Yeah. Okay. Whoops. Yeah, he got really skinny in like 6 months. Yeah, he does crack under pressure. Yes. Aereo, put the gun away. Okay. But I'm ready to tackle him if he makes any sudden moves. Cool. Don't take your eyes off the sky for a second, Aereo. Alright. So yeah, we're gonna get to this again. So, well, I kind of go through this again. I'm just gonna recap. Turns out the Hihaku Soap Lady is apparently not the mastermind, which is crazy. Like, I seriously thought she was definitely the mastermind. But apparently she's not the one setting everybody up. She's just hoping to reap the benefit. Oh yeah, and he's gonna go on about black magic and say, like, we thought the black magic stuff was, like, a dud. But he's like, no, it worked. Just didn't work the way he wanted it to. Because he had a lady named Shino. And Shino died, but he tried to revive her, but it brought her back as a baby. And I really thought for sure that Ayame was going to be the baby that was found in his house. But in one of the bad endings, it explicitly says Ayame is actually Tsumi's daughter, which might mean that Yoko would then be. But I don't know, that seems crazy to me, because like Ayame is the one who's kind of scary and a little nutty. Like, I'm sure Yoko probably has some stuff about her that's a little off, but otherwise she seems likable, I guess. So I just thought for sure it would be, I don't know, I just thought for sure Shino, his revived daughter wife or whatever it is, would also be like maybe a little twisted. So yeah, we don't know it yet, or Tsutsumi doesn't know it, but he can kill a couple hundred students. Which is kind of what I suspected, although it's like slightly different. It's kind of like Death Note rules for his, where he has to like know a bunch of specific details, like their names, address, location. So basically, if he knows their address and he assumes that they'll be at home at night, he can just sort of auto kill a lot of them. 20 years. Yeah, here he goes. He's gonna explain. Screwed you over. The big shock. But I sort of wonder if he was like so twisted all along, or he only became this way for the sake of reviving Shino. Because he definitely seemed like, I don't know, a lot like very lower class, blue collarish, but there's nothing to really indicate that he was like messed up. But now he's like totally he's just very gung-ho about the murders, you know? Like you would think he would regret it a little bit more if he wasn't into it. But also, like, if he already revived Shino and she was reborn as a baby, you know, will the Rite of Resurrection even work on her? Or would he have to kill her again? Because I feel like if her soul is already revived, then how's that gonna work? Because if he kills whoever she is now and revives her, she'll just be reborn again as like a 20-year-old. I like this kind of villain. He's got like a, I don't know, I guess that's like a tiny bit of sympathy there, but not really. He's mostly just an asshole. Sometimes it's fun to just have like a villain just be, I don't know, the way they are. Yeah, I didn't mention at the time too, but like the fact that she might have died from the pollution is also an interesting tie-in, because they've been mentioning the pollution a lot. Although it is very interesting to think that like many kinds of magic work in this world. Alright. I'm gonna skip through it a little bit faster. Sounds like a bunch of gunshots. Okay. Let's go through it again. Couple hundred people. Yeah. Yeah, he still says somebody fed him the information though. So who was it? If it's not the Hihaku people. Darn. Gotta go this one. that's all. Alright, is he gonna make a move now? If I could have used my curse, I woulda. So I did. Huh? Liar. There should be a few new corpses around the city right about now. It's a good lie because it's something that's like kind of hard to prove. What? When did you... Ario. Get someone to check that out. Just don't take your eyes off Nejima. Aye aye, boss. Ayame's in the background! I didn't notice that. Did that change or was she always there? Can't believe Ayame is Tsutsumi's daughter though. That just seems wrong. That would mean Yoko's Nejima's daughter wife. Alright. Ugh. Oh. Oh ho ho ho! I can see her now. Oops. Any thought? Hey. What the? Whoa. Back up. What the hell is she doing here? Crap. Our eyes just met. This is real bad. Why'd you have to pick now of all times? Get out of here, damn it. Book it before he sees you. Ugh, but I need to ask her about that Namigaki shit. Yeah, she's pretty bad. Boss. Where are you doing? Looking all over the what are you doing looking all over the place? Focus. Ha. Damn it. Ayame, get away. Well. Ayame Tono. I've been looking for you for a very long time. Huh? Dad? Ayame, don't you dare. Wait. Ayame. Don't you dare, you bastard. Get away from her. Get over here. Ah. Get off. You're hurting me. Stay right where you are or she dies. Hey, get back here. See you around, dumb fucks. Whoa. That piece of shit took Ayame hostage and ran off with her. After him, we can't let him get away. Oh, okay, so we're not at an ending yet. Good. Suspect has evaded capture at Komagata Bridge and remains at large. He's currently on the run with one female hostage. I gotta say, boss, we really screwed that one up. Yeah. It's all my fault. All we can do now is hope he doesn't slip the net. We know his identity now, boss. Can't run forever. Keep your chin up. I'm sure the hostage will be alright. Oh, Aria doesn't know that it's his daughter. Oh, yes he does. Okay. Can't believe that was your daughter. How crazy is that? Yeah. I've been trying to get a hold of her since this morning, and she just shows up there? Who would have thought? What a twist. Yeah. A bit too twisted of a twist for my liking. I think you need a breather, boss. You're not making sense. Does this mean she was the one in the car with Namigaki? We don't know that yet. Oh, Tsutsumi. Well, did Namigaki say for sure? Namigaki said it was her. Let's see what she has to say before we jump to any conclusions. Yeah, I think it was her. I'm tired, boss. Standoff must have really done a number on you. Come on, let's treat ourselves to some mitsumame. That'll put a spring in your step. Yeah, sounds good. Some sugar might be just what I need to get my brain working. Whoa, hold on, boss. Sounds like Patrol's got our message. I'll go check it out. Sure thing. Please be good news. What is up with your daughter, man? She is messed up. Good news, boss. They found Nejima. And the hostage? I don't know. They said to come quick. She has a curse stone. Yeah, we haven't seen Taiko of Tsugaru. Damn. Guess we'll find out when we get there. He dead? 4:28 p.m. Fumichika Nejima, also known as Makoto Ashimiya, discovered in the former Yasuda Gardens, beaten to death. Body suffered 110 distinct instances of blunt force trauma. The case is being treated as a homicide. The deceased's possessions have not been recovered and appear to not have been taken post-mortem. The location of the deceased's female hostage remains unclear. Please continue to pursue her as a person of interest. So where's his stone? Where's his cursed stone? Oh. Okay, we got some more. Let's check in with these guys. "5 p.m. We received an update on the hostage situation. I think these guys are probably going to be scheming to get the stones from Tsutsumi? 56-year-old male suspect who announced his intent to commit mass murder in Sumida City today had taken a woman hostage and gone on the run, but was found by the police in a park in Sumida after 4 p.m. and confirmed dead. The weapon the suspect was said to possess was nowhere to be found on site, and its whereabouts are currently unknown. Furthermore, the female hostage was not present, and the search for her continues. Interesting. I'm trying to remember, they met Ayame Tono a couple times. If it's being reported on the news, then that lends credence to her story. Huh? Oh man. Alright, let's ask her about her side of the story. I mean, we definitely can't fault her for beating a serial killer to death who kidnapped her. Well, it's just like I said, right? Female hostage mentioned on the news just now. Must have been you. Which means you killed Nejima with your own curse stone. You said you'd give me refuge, so I came to take you up on the offer. What are you planning? Me? Well, obviously. I'm on to my last resort. So you're a curse bearer with a curse stone too, right? Are you surprised? Yes, I have a curse stone of my own. It's the Taiko Tsugaru. Then why go after other people's curse stones? Because killing people's bad, you know? Don't you think so too? Yeah. You're right. It's wrong to kill people for the sake of resurrection. Right? And it's not even one for one, so it's hardly a fair exchange. Either way, that's why I wanted to only use soul dregs gathered by others. But that didn't work out in the end. No one had the backbone to use their curse. The world's gone soft. With no one mercilessly using their curse in pursuit of their own goals, I had to take matters into my own hands. I heard Namigaki, that young man you were with, use his curse stone too. Huh? How do you know that? Ugh, creepy much. Are you stalking me? I may have heard it from a detective I know. Ugh, there it is. Cops. Bet you know a bunch. I know your type. People who boast just because they know a couple of cops. But the police is filled with nothing but scum. You seem to hold quite a grudge against the force. Speaking of, this guy's really creeping me out. What's the deal with him anyway? Are you gonna explain? Even the way he moves is all weird and exaggerated. Right. I haven't introduced myself yet. No thank you. I thought we did introduce ourselves to her. Let me introduce myself. Hard to talk as strangers. Is it? Are you okay with telling me who you are? Well, I won't stop you. Do as you please. Maybe that's how we activate her curse. I'm Haruo Shigema, and this is my house. Oh, I guess because she has, not Namigaki, she has Nejima's curse stone now, so that one we know activates this way. My father and husband are both with the police. Is that so? Then you know that cops are the worst people, right? She has like a grudge against her dad? Well, there are certainly many who are cold, especially with their own family. In a police family, one is always expected to just grin and bear it, no matter what happens. God, I know, right? What a relief. You understand. I think we might get along. No way, Haruo hates this chick. And I am Richter Kai, private investigator. Ugh, did I ask? You're an investigator? So your job's to sneak around and follow people and pry into their secrets, right? Is that why you keep probing with all these questions? Ew. Guess there's not much I can do to change the terrible impression you got of me. Hey lady, why are you working with this dude? I asked him to look into something for me. Really? It's just that he keeps looking this way. Alright. So tell me who you are. Isn't your father a police officer as well? That man is not my father. Not in name or deed. Sounds like there's some bad blood there. I've already legally cut all ties. He even had the nerve to act all high and mighty today, and still refused to help me. You met him today? Yeah, remember that Chief Tatsumi who was chasing Nejima? Well, that's my dad. I wonder if... I guess the other possibility is that, he could have raised Nejima's daughter as his own. Not in name or deed. You're his daughter? Former daughter. I've cut ties. He's never acted like a father, so he doesn't deserve the title. You know, I heard something about that Nejima guy. Apparently he wanted to get revenge on Chief Inspector Tsutsumi for his arrest by going after his daughter. Wait, really? And I heard the police have been searching non-stop to take you into protective custody. That explains why the police were staking out your place too. Man, how could I have known that? They came in such intimidating numbers. Wait, huh? Hold on a minute. Doesn't that mean Nejima was specifically after my life today? Does it matter now? It's a good thing you got out unscathed, or rather, managed to turn the tables on him. Ugh. That means, legally speaking, it was self-defense. But that truly was frightening. To think, I'd have to go through this just for being related to a cop? It's a disgrace. Truly is. Cause their own child such trouble. I'm sorry. Oh, it's okay. You're not the one who needs to apologize, lady. I'm sorry. It just reminded me of what happened to my son. Your son? What happened? My child was kidnapped and murdered in order to enact revenge against the police, you see. What? How awful. It's terrible. Sorry to hear that. Now that you mention it, I do remember hearing about an incident like that last year. That must have been your son, right? My condolences. Nothing else environmental. Alright. Tell me about your curse. You lied. Oh, right. Yutaro Namigaki. He's no good, honestly. He was such a wuss. I had to spur him on so many times to even use his curse. And even then, he was pissing his pants. And just when I take my eyes off him, he hands over his curse stone to someone. Honestly, he's a disappointment. Which is why I figured I had to do it myself if I wanted it done right, you know? That's what my last resort is. Collecting soul dregs on my own. You here to collect my soul dregs? Then when you were taken hostage by Nejima, you used your curse stone in the gardens and swiftly made your getaway? Well, yeah. I didn't really have time to think on it. At the time, I only thought of how to get out of there. Then, what about now? Could you use it again? Your curse stone? Well, the curse stone doesn't respond during the day, but it's evening now. So I tried using the curse just now, and yep, seems I activated it. You're using it now? It might still be a little weak. I guess it's not supposed to be used repeatedly. But I think I could get it to use... But I think I could get it to work once more. Is that so? Sure is, so I'll give you a final warning. It's already started, so be careful. It started? What started? The curse, of course. All that's left is for the conditions to be fulfilled. This bitch. Yeah, it's very obvious that she knows. that we have a curse stone. Calm down, ma'am. If using a curse, one would target a curse bearer. She activated her curse. Curse stones can be used already. I guess 5 p.m. is early enough. I let my guard down. I didn't think it could be used this early in the evening. Ma'am, please calm down. What should I do? Should I keep her talking? Oh, God. So many options. What's your family like? Do you have a light on you? That seems too obvious, but Echo Sugatu. So it seems to involve beating someone to death. No, instead of talking about that now, how about we talk about why you're so shaken? As I thought, you have a curse stone too, aren't you? Yes. I'm sure you've already noticed. Well, yeah, around last night. It was a little too obvious. Judging by your address, I'm guessing you've got the haunting clappers. That's right. There's a lot of soul dregs on the table. For killing a curse bearer, you know. I'm well aware. Did you get soul dregs when you killed Nejima? Of course. His curse stone already contains some soul dregs as well. I think killing one more curse bearer will be enough for the rite. You can combine soul dregs across several stones? Correct. All it needs is the prerequisite amount. As long as you've got that, it doesn't seem to matter where you get them from. I see. Then, you won't mind if I took them, right? My. You're quite motivated, aren't you? Ma'am? Ooh. Your father. Why does it say use curse? Chief Inspector, is she gonna curse me? I met him not too long ago. Oh, really? Hold on, I want to do it. Huh? Ma'am, please, think this through. Interesting. Did she have like a lighter or a source of fuel on? Ma'am, why? It was the only way. Richter. Could we settle any outstanding tabs now? Yeah, sure. I feel like this is totally the outcome that she would want. So I had to do it. Asamori, you got a moment? Of course. What is it, Mr. Richter? Or Amamori? I was just curious. Have you heard the legend of the mother who prayed to the Sumida River and resurrected her dead child? What are you on about? The mother searched so desperately for her abducted child that she lost her mind. Her son was found dead in Sumida River, so she then built a mound and continued to pray there until her son somehow emerged from the mound, back from the dead. Or so the legend goes. I heard it's being adapted into a no play. Interesting. And? Just had me thinking that legends really do exist. Sorry to ask again, but... what are you on about? It also felt kind of good to kill Ayame. Oh yeah, there was also somebody in one of the endings, I think. They hinted at another woman's name we hadn't heard before. It was Ashi something. I just remembered that. I can't remember who she was in reference to though. But like the only person who hasn't really appeared again is Yoko. I mean, I feel like if anybody does deserve the resurrection stone, I think at this point it would be Haraway. Because I think hers is like the most sympathetic story. And I think she's the one who's like the most motivated to do it, even though she's been avoiding killing people up until now. I'm so curious how she managed to get her to do it though, because why did it activate only then? I guess Ayame had a light on her the whole time? And it just needed a little bit more time for my stone to become active, maybe? Oh, I never noticed that. Visit Sumida Tourism Office. Alright. Skip ahead. We're gonna see this a couple more times. Never mind. It is what it is. Welcome to my office. Might be small, dirty, but welcome. Come in, Ernstine. Say hello. That's it. Good girl. Oh, that boy over there? That must be... Hey kid, I'm a private investigator. I worked with your mother not too long ago. What's that? You want to be an investigator when you grow up? That's great. So much better than becoming a police officer. Hey, I'm Amori. Don't you tell the kid to give up on his dreams? I think it's a great idea. Why don't you bring us all some tea instead? Pardon me, let's start over. What brings you to my humble office today? Haraway's legacy. Honestly, that's not the worst ending. We prevented a massacre, and Haraway only had to kill the one person. But let's go back. I kind of want to go back a little bit further. I was wondering if introducing ourselves was a bad idea. What'd she say? Why go after other people's curse stones? Yeah, it's wrong to kill people. Yeah, she hates Richter. Okay, let's not introduce ourselves. Oh, I guess we have to. Maybe if I get the information that she has the stone, that she has Nejima's stone, I can stop her. Like, I already assume she does, but I think I need to actually get her to say it. Hmm. More? Okay. She's gonna kill me. All right. All right. Yeah, she's always gonna say that instead. We're gonna have a face-off. Nejima? How did you kill Fumichika Nejima? Not telling. I only asked because it does concern me. He was one of the reasons my child was kidnapped. Not much to say. We talked and he cleared the condition for my stone. Did he show any signs of remorse over his past crimes? I didn't feel like he did. No. I see. World is full of trash men, I tell you. That's... I agree. Victor. What's your wish, Ayame? Is it really to resurrect Katsushika Hokusai? Yeah, I wondered if that truly would be it. Yes. There's no life that holds more value than his. Including my own. You're saying you'd be willing to die if it meant bringing Hokusai back? Not all life is equal. At least, not to me. A life that can birth art, the power to move hearts, is infinitely worth more. Or is infinitely more worthy. Compared to that, the life of someone like me, someone that can't produce a thing, has no value. That's messed up. I'm still young. It's the age for wild thoughts. But, aren't you the same as me? You've got a life more important than your own. A life you consider more important than the lives of many others. That's what you're doing it all for, isn't it? You're right. If I can save my son, I couldn't care less about my life or the lives of others. Who's unhinged now? I'm a mother. It is what it is. Dang, feeling of a proper parent is something else. I feel like if we tell her about tobacco, she's gonna, like, find it too obvious. You have a smoke? Huh? Well, a little. Feel free to smoke if you want to. Please. I'm okay. I don't see any ashtrays out on display either. Does no one smoke in this family? A little rare, isn't it? Nobody in the family does. Then why did you ask me all of a sudden? Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. It's too obvious. Well. But this might be good to progress the story. Your father. Came off a little stiff and awkward. But there was something charming about his seriousness, and he seemed like he cared a lot about his daughter. Ugh, cut it out. You don't know a thing about us. Outsiders shouldn't butt into another family's affairs. Although he may as well be a stranger to me now. Even if you've cut legal ties, you're still related by blood. We're not related at all. Huh? You probably thought that I never noticed it, but aha! She's both of their daughters. This is true. Old Man Yowie, daughter wife. It wasn't hard for me to figure out that I wasn't related to them by blood. You were adopted? I got curious, so I looked into it, and it was all pretty straightforward. I was a baby when they took me in. All they did was raise me. I knew it! She's both of their daughters. But I wonder if Yoko could also be their daughter. My mother first got pregnant shortly after she married. But it was a stillbirth. Oops. Huh? The whole affair left a deep wound on her heart. My father couldn't bear to see it. So it was for her sake that he did it. I was a substitute, a replacement for the child she lost. He decided that all by himself. He didn't discuss it? Maybe he was trying to be thoughtful. So any baby would have been fine, as long as it could have comforted the woman who hoped to become a mother. Putting it in such a way, it's not easy to raise a child. My mother was bewildered. Wouldn't you be? After being told to raise a baby that wasn't your own? But she couldn't just abandon the baby either. Yet my father just left everything to my mother and never lent a hand. He's so damn selfish. The two of them grew apart. I watched them try to figure out how to understand each other, and the sight of it disgusted me. It was a messed up family, I tell you. Well, I guess my presence was to blame for that rift to begin with. You shouldn't say that. I know he's bad at expressing himself and has his work, but still, that shouldn't be an excuse. But knowing all that, I couldn't take it anymore. It just made me want to hurry up and leave home and live on my own. I still rely on him for tuition and allowance, but that much is normal for kids, right? What a brat. You can't say you have, like, cut all ties when you're still taking their money. I don't want him to start acting like he's my father now just because he's doing the minimum. Sorry to hear that. Sounds like it was all tough for you. Sorry. It's not my place to talk about your family. I may have said too much. I think I spilled all that when I don't even know what the conditions are. Could it be what we were talking about? Something to do with activating the haunting clappers? Who knows? I love the big, like, flashing curse thing, you know, it's so tempting to press. Does she know about Nejima? No guarantee I won't be a mass murderer either. I picked up his curse stone of the one-sided reed. It really is something else. Unfortunately, I can't use a curse stone that's not mine until it's late at night. Really? Are you okay with telling me that? So she can't use it yet. How silly of me. I let that slip. More about Hokusai. What do you plan on doing if you don't get your wish? Oh. I haven't thought of that. Might just keep trying to bring Hokusai back some other way. You really are obsessed. You and Hihaku's chairwoman might be cut from the same cloth. Who's that? She's like an all-powerful vortex of obsession, turned to yokai-level proportion. Hmm? You're saying I'll end up like her? Are you looking forward to such a future? I mean, she seems like a successful businesswoman. I'd rather not have to wait till I'm old and creaking. I want it to happen now. I'll put my life on the line for Hokusai. Listen, Ayame. I have something to ask you. No. The answer's no. The curse stone in your possession... I'm not giving it up. You're right. We're both made of stronger stuff than that. You're not giving it up. And neither am I. You know full well, right? But there's no room left for negotiation here. Oops. Is the only thing left to do to kill her and get the same outcome? I might have to go back to a different story and yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, did you try to use your curse just now? Did it fail? It seems I didn't meet your curse's conditions. I wonder if it was smart to secretly toss the lighter I was carrying earlier. You made a mistake when you decided to ask me about smoking. If a source of fire is the condition for your stone, then you won't see me falling for it now. Asking about smoking did the trick. I brought everything Nejima had on him, including the lighter he was holding. But it's over now. Yes, I concede. With your cards on the table, you're out of options. Can she kill me? It might be possible for Mr. Investigator there to pin me down by force. But he's not going to do that, is he? Correct. I won't take that risk. Not while your curse's conditions are unknown. Coward. I came to kill you and acquire your soul dregs, but... after hearing you out, I have a question for you. Why don't you just give up the right of resurrection? Huh? You said it was your son, right? The one you want to bring back? But haven't you done enough? I'm sure your son is content, knowing you cared for him this much. I'm truly willing to die to resurrect Hokusai, but... you can't say the same, right? Really? I don't know, I feel like she is the same. If you're going to bring your son back, you have to be alive as well, right? In fact, what you really want is for both of you to live, right? Yes. Well, even if you both live to see it. Your son would grow up knowing who you are. Someone who stole the lives of others to bring him back. You'd be putting the burden of shouldering all the lives sacrificed for him on his little shoulders. Are you really okay with that? I don't know. If you didn't even think about that, then what you're doing is not for your son. It's for yourself. Aren't you just bringing him back to fulfill your own desires? Well, I mean, I think that is true, but I don't know. I feel like the Haruhi we've seen up until now is... I feel like she would... I think her preferred outcome is to live with her son, but I think she totally would be willing to lay down her life. Anything so he lives. Ma'am, what she's saying may be harsh, but holds a kernel of truth. Don't reduce yourself to nothing but a mother who would sacrifice anything for her son. But that's not... We discovered the truth behind his kidnapping. They did do a lot, and most of those people are dead now, so... Next, you should take some time to come to understand your own feelings. I'll help you with every step of the way. Getting to the heart of things is what an investigator does. What will you do? I'm honestly shocked that Ayame did not, like, immediately try to kill us. But it might be that she can't. If you relinquish the curse stone to a curse bearer, you will no longer be a curse bearer. You won't be a target anymore. Ayame is giving you a chance. Why should we give it to Ayame? We should give it to Tsutsumi. Think hard, and then give your answer. Like, I don't trust her. Oh my god. I think she's going to need to give up the stone, but I want to see what happens if we don't. Sorry, but you won't make me back down. Ma'am, the lighter. When did you... There does not need to be an open flame. As long as there's a spark of fire on you. Huh? Oh, she does it anyways. It's the only way, Victor. Could we... I love it. I kind of love her crazy vibes, though. Alright, let's give her the stone. Very well. Here. Thanks. Glad you could see reason. Dang, you really didn't collect any soul dregs, huh? I promised myself that I ever use it, it would only be once. But in the end, it didn't come down to numbers. So I only need to be carrying a flame. This seems pretty practical. I guess in the 80s it would be very practical. Well, I'll be taking my leave. No point going after you for soul dregs, so I'm off to the next curse bearer. Do you know who remains? Should just be her father and, Yoko. Oh, and Haru. Or not Haru, Mayu. You speak as if you've already got it figured out. I've got a pretty good idea from our talk. What will you do? You plan to stop me? Not my place to intervene. Hey lady, can I borrow your phone? Oh, she's gonna go after her dad, isn't she? Who are you calling? Cops. I think it'd be faster if I called them directly. Complete Haruhi's branch. But it's still not grayed out. There's still more to do there. Huh. Yako. Oh, that's right. They were looking for the Yin scroll. And they found out that it was in the Omamori charms? and they need to get Hitomi. Alright, this is Mayu Chozawa. So you're the one. Mita Police was looking for you. Glad to see you're alright. Sorry, I should have told someone I was okay. I was just so pissed off, because I was kidnapped. Falling right into Hihaku's hands, I got myself into some deep shit. Hihaku still seems like they're up to something. I'll have to make sure they clean up their act once and for all. Get it? Because they sell soap. Nice one, boss. You're really on the top of your game today. These two dorks. I love them. Stop trying to make me feel better. I shouldn't have said anything. More importantly, Mayu, thank you for your cooperation with Yoshimi. We'll get to the bottom of it, I promise. You must be Detective Ario. I heard a lot about you from Hajime. I'll be counting on you. Catch whoever did this, no matter what. Back at school. Probably nothing new. It's always good to just double check. Yay! 3 left. Ugh. Yeah, I think this is post finding out that his daughter is still missing, but her kidnapper is dead. Come to think of it, did old man Ashimiya end up getting away? Ugh, the word's out already, huh? He was cornered but managed to take a hostage and escape, is what I've heard on the radio. What happened after that? Ugh. Here's what really happened. He was killed? And the hostage was Tatsumi's daughter, whose whereabouts are still unknown? Yep. His daughter showing up was a huge surprise. Even Boss couldn't believe it. Damn it. What the hell do you expect? No one could have seen that coming. So there's already an emergency search underway. Her as a key witness and suspect. I'll be rejoining the search for her after we're done here. Key witness and suspect? But wasn't she a hostage? Could she have killed Nejima and fled the scene? Well, it's just a possibility. If we're talking about possibilities, might as well tell them everything. It's very likely Nejima was killed by a curse stone. What? A curse bearer? Oh, it's already evening, so the effect of the Feast of Shadows should be starting soon. Yeah, which makes it likely that a curse was used to kill him. Boss, you're repeating yourself. Calm down for a second. That would mean... Inspector's daughter's probably a curse bearer, right? You say something? Maybe I'm losing my hearing in my old age. Boss, you can hear just fine. Don't play the old man card every time you want to get out of something. We even talked about how she might have the Taiko of Tsugaru if that's the case. Did we? My memory's a little hazy. You've got a soft spot for your daughter, don't you, Inspector? This hits a little too close to home now. Either way, we have to find her as soon as possible. Yeah, he's being a little too soft about his daughter. That's why we'll be joining the search as soon as we're done here. One more thing. There's a good chance that his daughter has Michio Shiraishi's talisman. What? Why? Oh yeah, because she was in the car, and so she took it from the body. All the more reason for you to go back to that search. Best of luck. What the hell has she gotten herself into? You okay, big guy? Ah, I heard you had a curse stone too. Yeah, I should give it to you then, right? Those things really are a pain in the ass. I'll hand it over to you before it starts giving me some crazy ideas. Beckoning light. Alright, it's safe and sound with me. Sorry you won't be able to bring it back. Don't worry about it. He and I were always prepared for the worst anyway. What? What's wrong? Damn. The trigger for the beckoning lights curse is some serious shit. Yeah. I thought so too. That's why I said it'd give me weird ideas. See what I mean now? How's it work? I'll leave you a note you can read later. Does that make it 5 curse stones that you've gathered now? Of 9? Should be. I want to get the other 4 under wraps as soon as we can. The Whispering Canal is missing. Taiko, Tsugaru, and One-Sided Reed are with his daughter. What's the other one we're missing? Oh, and Haunting Clappers is also with his daughter now. I see. I have no idea about the Whispering Canal. Someone made off with the One-Sided Reed which Nejima had. After that, you said earlier that Taiko of Tsugaru might be with your daughter. Well, let's set that one aside for now. So we can assume that curse bearers are still prowling around out there with those ones. What a headache. Hopefully we can find them soon. Although I guess now we're on less of a time crunch, because like, even if they start killing people at sundown, it's not going to be mass murders. Besides, technically shouldn't Ayame have enough? Or does she need like a couple more soul drags? Oh, Mr. Tsumi. I received a message from Paranormal Affairs earlier. It wasn't from Nakagoshi, but I had someone look into something for me. What'd they say? About the Onmyoji woman who was in Edo at the time of the Honjo incident. She was a person of great beauty and discerning taste, but also shamelessly did whatever she wanted. She seemed to match the person seen in the resentful memory for the foot-washing mansion. Huh. So she must be the one who fought with Seimon over the right. And they found her name was Ashino. Ashino. What else? That's all. Not much help. Apparently she was quite the powerful Onmyoji. And she died bearing a similarly powerful resentment. It's possible she became a vengeful spirit with a connection to the 7 mysteries. Vengeful spirit? Is that different? If any descendants of Ashino or people otherwise closely aligned with her live today, there's a possibility that spirit awakened and possessed them. Oh. Yeah, you mentioned before spirits can possess people who are closely in sync with them. Though, this of course doesn't mean the spirit houses her complete personality. Her resentment and her spirit power, those are the parts of her that would have the strongest influence. Since Seimon's descendants are still around in the present, it wouldn't be surprising if Ashino's were too. They might just be desk jockeys. They wouldn't give us this info if it wasn't only speculation. They must have found some amount of evidence looking into abnormal phenomenon or things like that. Oh, the Feast of Shadows. There it is, the abnormal phenomenon. Hmm? The person who initiated the curse this time, who we've been calling the Mastermind. They might be possessed by the vengeful spirit of the Onmyoji named Ashino, the enemy of Seimon. Do we have any idea who they could be or where to find them? Like, if you looked at them, Mio, would you be able to tell right away? It's like how I didn't realize that Michio had fused with your consciousness, Yako. Common spirits will leak spirit energy left and right, so I can notice them just by looking carefully. But when spirits of a higher caliber fuse with someone's consciousness, detecting them isn't so simple. Oh. I'm sorry. My skills still need a lot of work, but I don't have anything else to offer. Mio, that's not true at all. You're fine. We'll make this work somehow or other. Thanks. More? Yeah. Mastermind is a woman possessed by Onmyoji spirit Ashino. Is the Mastermind also the one who killed Hajime, trying to get the Record of Fate's Yin Scroll? Okay. Is this gonna be Yoko or is this gonna be Ayame? Then I want you to catch them no matter what. Did you meet with Hitomi? She was acting tough, but I think the incident with Hajime has her really shaken up. I briefly explained her situation and had her give Hajime's talisman to me. Yay, we got it. You should hold on to it, Mio. Not like we can use it as it is. Try to figure out what we'll need to do once we get both halves together. Okay. You know where the other talisman is? Probably. This is Hajime's last job. Finish it for him, okay? Okay. So now what's the plan? Are we gonna get a call from Ayame to go get her? Now is that everything we needed to chat about? If you don't need anything else, we'll be going back to the search. There actually is one thing. Just completely hypothetically. What if the inspector's daughter was the mastermind? I mean, she is a woman. It seems like she was after the talismans. Sorry, but I don't really understand what you mean. Boss, come on, we gotta look at the facts. That would mean Inspector Tsutsumi would also have to be one of Ashino's descendants. Oh, right. You're just a normal person, right, Inspector? Unless that's why you're so resistant to the paranormal. Is he gonna confess? Don't believe I've ever heard anything about being related to some Onmyoji. Oh. But if you put it like that, her being the mastermind, it's possible. Really? Well, I say possible, but I mean unlikely, is what I want to think. Damn, I don't even want to imagine it. Boss, if we're going to consider it, we have to do it properly. No dragging your heels about it. It's not that. There's something I never told her. Never wanted to tell her. The truth is, she's not my real daughter. What? 20 years ago, well, it's a long story. We took her in when she was just a baby. Do you know anything about her birth parents? About that. You could say I do. I guess, but really, I don't know anything. What's that supposed to mean? I don't get it. Ario, You heard what I said, didn't you? Huh? 20 years ago? Boss, that can't be. Nejima's? That's right. When we arrested Fumichika Nejima, there was a baby at his house on the brink of death. That was my daughter, Ayame Tsutsumi. She goes by Ayame Tono now. What? Someone had to take care of her. A baby holds no blame for the circumstances she came from. But boss, according to Nejima, that baby, it's his former lover reincarnated using black magic. Oh, so much drama. What? Personally, I think that story's bullshit. According to Nejima... Yeah, we don't know for sure if that's what actually happened, but... Either way, it does seem to be Nejima's baby in some form. Hard to believe from Nejima's behavior, but... Could it be true? I've got a few doubts. I have to question whether the Shino woman ever really existed in the first place. Yeah, he was bluffing a lot, so he's a big liar. We can't trust him. But Ayame is definitely... Something's a little wrong with her. There's no records of her, and no body was found. Her name never came up once during the investigation. Even if this woman really existed, I'm skeptical that someone could be reincarnated as a baby through black magic. No matter how you look at it, a spell with that effect is hard to believe. Even the supernatural has rules that must be followed. Seems more likely he's deluded himself, not wanting to recognize that a spell he risked his life on failed to work. That's my thinking too. The more natural conclusion is that the baby is his and Shino's, and that she died in childbirth. As long as we don't know Shino's origin, we have to consider the possibility she could be a descendant of Ashino. Nothing else. Their names are pretty similar. Oh yeah! Ashino and Shino? Okay, assuming all that is true for a moment. Ayame getting taken away by Nejima and then killing him. That would mean she killed her own father. Calm down. This is all conjecture. Well, I feel like we're very confident that she killed him. But now that Nejima's dead, we have no means to investigate. So regardless of everything, there's only one thing that matters. She's my daughter. Okay, okay. Oyasumi. Have a good sleepy. As her parent, I'm responsible for her. Nothing can change that. I understand. Alright, we should get back to the search. We'll find her and clear all this up. Yes, sir. Talisman you young ladies are looking for has something to do with this as well. We'd appreciate it if you could help us find it. Yeah, but Ayame has the talisman, so... Okay. So Mayu's dropping out of the investigation to go hang out with Hitomi. I'm surprised we didn't see Hitomi one final time. Oh, you know what? I know why. It's because we didn't, we need... Wait, Harue's Legacy. There's still another ending. That's not Harue's Legacy. Oh. I guess we'll just go forward and then we can go back to Haruo and figure out what's missing. Because I feel like something's missing there. Because I want Haruo to give it to Inspector Tsumi, not Ayame. Hey. How long has it been since we saw each other? 3 years? How have you been? I think the last time was when you came to see me after deciding to go to university. That wasn't because I wanted to see you. I just needed money to pay my tuition. Not one to mince words, huh? You came alone, right? Yeah, just me. You make it sound like I'm handing over ransom money for hostages. I just don't want to get caught, okay? Never thought I'd see a day when you called the police. Something I needed to see you about. Alright then. We got a lot to talk about, so let's go through things one by one. Day's about to end. Is she gonna kill her father? Like, I get that he wasn't necessarily the best father, but I don't know. I like him too much that if she killed him, I'd be pretty pissed at her. No stickers? There's got to be a sticker around here somewhere. Zoom. Stickers. I think I'm missing like 2 or 3. They're usually pretty obvious, but every now and then they can be a little bit hidden. Ah, darn it. I don't think there's any stickers here. Daughter. Got more of a grown-up air about her. Hard to believe she's the same little girl who would get omelet all over her face when we took her out to eat. Wait a minute. Is that how far back I have to go for a happy memory together? Oh. No wonder she hates me. But I don't want her panicking if she has a curse stone. Besides, I'm not trying to take her in by force. Well, she did technically kill someone. I feel like it's at least worth talking to her. Oh boy. So, I'm kind of curious about some of these, because I still am wondering, like, are you really just a Hokusai fanatic? But let's play this as what I think Satsumi should ask her about. Sorry I couldn't save you from Nejima. Are you hurt? Wow, didn't expect that from you. Huh? I thought you'd just start questioning me before you even bothered to ask how I'm doing. Huh. Well, I am your father. Ooh, maybe boss can handle this after all. I'm fine. I managed to get away, somehow or other. Right. How's Mom? How is she? Yasuko, I mean. Mom? I haven't kept in touch with her. I've been on my own this whole time. I'm sure you've reached out to her, though. Haven't you? I did call her this morning, actually. Just to make sure she was safe. She's been running around all over the place, looking for you. Sounds like she's fine to me. Did you contact her after I called the police to tell her... Huh? Did you contact her after I called the police to tell her you'd hear from me? I didn't. Wait, what? Like, did I call Yasuko again after she wanted to meet me? Well, I've heard you're into nightlife and staying out late these days. Didn't want her to worry more than she already was. You're one to talk. Oh boy, now we're gonna get into some real meat. Can I ask one thing? Do you know anything about the talisman Michio Shiraishi had? Hmm? From the car crash you were in with that Namigaki guy? Oh, Utaro? Yeah, I was there. That sounds like you and him were, not really. He was kind of a boring guy. What? You're serious? But he said... Get the talisman. Well, if you don't plan on seeing him again, it doesn't matter. But the hit and run case on top of everything, you're really in deep. Is that really what you wanted to talk about? Yeah, I mean, no. Tell me about the talisman. You encouraged him to run away from the scene of a crime. Did you take it from the scene? You mean this? That's... I picked it up at the scene of the crash. I didn't want to leave fingerprints behind. That's all? No other reason? What's the big deal? Is it really that special? This little thing? Yeah, it's really important. Would you mind giving it to me? Important? For what? For putting a stop to the curses of the 7 mysteries. Well, she's not going to give it to you now. Oh. That means if I give you the talisman, I won't be able to use the right. Then no way. I'm definitely keeping it. Ugh. Come on. Why are you willing to go so far for the rite of resurrection? What do you want with it? Even if I told you, you wouldn't understand. You just call it stupid and dismiss the idea entirely. Come on, I wouldn't do that. Maybe together we can think of a way for you to get what you want without resurrection. I want to bring Katsushika Hokusai back to life. Hokusai? The ukiyo-e artist? That Hokusai? You want to bring him back? That'd be quite the feat, huh? Ugh. I heard you liked his art, but why would you do something so stupid? See? The only time I ever felt there was a place I belonged was when I was immersed in the dreamlike world of ukiyo-e. Though, I'm sure you never noticed. Really, I had no idea. Even though I do think she's kind of crazy and immature, I kind of can understand this sentiment. You know, Mom and Dad, they just don't understand. I just love anime so much, you know? And I think your art is a waste of time. Stuff like that. They want you to grow up to be a doctor. They don't want you to draw anime art. It saved me. Hokusai is the reason I'm still alive today. I didn't know you felt so hopeless. You would only realize it now, but it's too late. Feeling sorry won't do either of us any good. Tell me more about Hokusai. From the moment I heard about the rite of resurrection, I knew that was my destiny. If this is all I ever accomplish, I'll die happy. If you're really serious about this. I'm kind of disappointed we can't see their little dumb faces poking out from the bushes. Hmm. Let's talk about Nejima. I'll put this bluntly. Did you kill Nejima? And if I did, would you hide me from the police? Huh. Even Yako has like more of a spine than her. Yako's like not even really shouldn't be considered guilty, but she's like, you know what? I'm at least guilty of manslaughter, so don't know if I. That's what I thought. Your job is the only thing you really care about. Yes, I did it. I don't even think he knew I was a curse bearer. He brought me to those gardens, and I realized while he was talking to me that he fulfilled the condition of my curse, so I just gave it a shot. I didn't think it would actually activate. So there's no going back now. That's not true. You can still make things right before you make them worse. Let me say it another way. This is my chance. I won't throw it away. Your chance? About Nejima. Did he say anything to you? He said a lot of bad things about you, that's for sure. No surprise there. So I said a lot of bad things about you back. I didn't want to be outdone. Harsh. In that sense, I felt just a little like he was my kindred spirit. Kindred spirit? What are you talking about? He's a serial killer. But I'm a murderer now too, aren't I? Maybe we're not so different. No, you're different. Am I? Well, maybe not that different. At least you're honest. I know I haven't been the best father. But I wonder, of all the fathers in the world, are there any who wouldn't cover for their child if they committed a crime? How should I know? You're the detective here. You must have seen plenty of cases like that. Plenty of parents take the fall for their children, or give them a place to hide. As a person, it's wrong. But maybe, as a parent, it's the right thing to do. I don't know. But I think having a father like that would make it easier to go to him for advice if I did do something wrong. Maybe there's a sense of security in knowing that no matter what happened, you'd at least have one person on your side. I see. So that's what it would take to be on your side. Can't do that. It's okay. I wasn't really expecting you to. So, Nejima really didn't tell you anything. Yeah, I wonder if Nejima recognized her. Probably not. Not really. No. Will you give me the talisman? Nope. You have a curse stone, don't you? I do. You wouldn't happen to feel like handing it over, would you? The police will handle any damages the curse caused. Now, before you do any more wrong with it, I'm not giving it up. Of course not. Me being a curse bearer, are you after my life? That's exactly what I'm here for. I didn't come to chat. We can talk all you want, but as soon as the condition for my curse is met, I'll use it. No hesitation. Did we get any more info about this? We already had that. Okay. Oops. Or do you have more than one? How many curse stones do you have? 3. Not that it matters. I'm not handing them over. I think I've let you talk enough. Mind letting me have a turn? By all means. You're hiding something. You're hiding something from me, aren't you? I think we should tell her the truth. Well, sure. Can't live as long as I have without a secret or two. Of course you try to dodge the question. Now then. Let me tell you how my curse stone, Taiko of Tsugaru, works. My curse bludgeons to death anyone anyone I find out is hiding something from me. Oh. So if you try to cover something up that I know is true, I'll be able to use my curse on you. With that in mind, can I ask you one more thing? Ah, I get it. Why you wanted to see me? Then let me tell you one thing first. Evergreen Beach has a similar condition. I can use my curse on anyone who tells me a lie. How's that fair? And you'd use that curse on me? As an officer of the law, it's inexcusable. But as a parent with a duty to his child, I have no other choice. Are you threatening me? Do you really think that's enough to convince me to do as you say? I don't want to use it either, but for your sake, I suggest you try not to lie. Go ahead then. If I lie, so be it. Alright, I'm gonna ask. If you try to hide it now, you really will die. I'm just gonna ask about her parents. Am I your real daughter? I'm just a baby you picked up to replace your stillborn, aren't I? And you could never bring yourself to tell me who my real parents were. So you just kept hiding it. Still too much of a coward to tell me, huh? You don't like the truth, so you won't admit it. That my real parent is the man I just... Ayame. Is that all you have to say? Then I only have one answer for you. You are honestly and truly our daughter. Nothing more, nothing less. Even now, you're still trying to hide it? Why? Are you really that stupid? Boss. Why? Is your pride worth dying for? But I mean, I think it's more like he considers her to be his daughter. No matter what. I should have known. Why? Why go this far to hide it? Ayame, listen. Huh? You're... Ayame, be proud. No matter what happens, you are our precious daughter. How are you still alive? I don't know what that piece of shit Nejima filled your head with, but you're not Shino. You're not Ashino either. You're our daughter, Ayame Tsutsumi. Ah, I guess it's Tono now. That's fine too. Tsutsumi, Tono, both will always be part of who you are. What? Why are you doing this? That's not true. The curse proves that it's not. Sure. You probably don't have many memories of us playing together. And I did leave everything at home to you, or I did leave everything at home to your mom, and I was barely ever there for you. Even so, when I was working, no matter how grisly a crime scene I was at, all I ever wanted was for you to grow up to be happy. That's it. Why? Why say this now? So do one last thing for me. I want you to tell me the truth too. If you lie to me now, I'm taking you with me. Yeah, he's a good guy. He's a cool guy. The mastermind behind all this, the one who awakened the curses of the 7 mysteries in order to use the right. It wasn't you, was it? No. I wouldn't even know how to do that. And picking up Michio Shiraishi's talisman was just a coincidence, right? Huh? Yeah, I already told you that. Good. Hearing that, I can rest easy. You're nothing like Nejima. You could stand on your own 2 legs. You could keep living without escaping into a fantasy. You can hate me. You can dream all the crazy dreams you want. Just don't ever stop trying to do good. You're a victim of your curse too. It's too late to atone for the hit and run, for using the curse. Don't run away. You can still make things right. I know you can, because you're my daughter. And after that, just live the best life that you can. Dad. Boss. No. Yeah, I wonder if she was telling the truth or not. That day at 6:18, Ayame Tono was taken into custody. Tsumi's death was confirmed at the same time. The 5 curse stones possessed by Tsutsumi, as well as the 3 given up by Ayame, lost their curse bearers. This temporarily extinguished their spirit power, allowing Mio Kurosuzu to obtain them and seal them away without difficulty. The Yin talisman possessed by Ayame Tono was recovered and entrusted to Mio Kurosuzu as well. Thus, any massacre that could potentially be caused by this iteration of the curses was prevented before it could ever happen. Yeah, I don't think he would. I don't think he would have done it even if she was lying. But I wonder. Because there's the possibility that she has a vengeful... so it seemed. Taiko of Tsugaru. We'll read this afterwards. We're gonna see a storyteller man? We haven't seen him in a long time. 8 p.m. Jun Erio. What? I don't know if this is like... So this game technically has different dead ends. So I don't know if this is like the final ending or if we can go back and make it better. Sorry for keeping you out so late, Mio. Can't take my mind off the curse bearer who was never found. No problem for me. I usually work at night anyways. Did you see Yako home safely? Are we finally gonna see Yoko after all this time? Yeah. We sent her home in a patrol car earlier. Apparently she put up quite the fuss, saying she wanted to see things through to the end. Thank you. The Feast of Shadows was starting to take effect, so it would have been dangerous. I'm gonna be so sad if there's no way to save Tsutsumi. I want to see the story chart. I still think there might be a chance we might be able to save him eventually. For a split second when these two popped up, I was like, oh my god, what if these two are evil and in cahoots? But thank god. Oh. Next is Detective Ario? What? What? What does she mean by next? I'm so nervous. I don't want Yoko to be a bad person. Oh, bird. Missing 2. Sometimes like debris looks kind of like a sticker, but it isn't. So silent. This is where the prologue protagonist was. Really? That's it? That's all there is? Can't get my mind off the remaining curse stone, the Whispering Canal, and who the mastermind is. In the pause menu? Huh? You're playing with me. Although, this is the kind of game where that could be a possibility, you know? I think I just missed a couple. I have to deal with that thing before I can worry about any of that. Yeah. Like, it doesn't have a lot of, meta tricks, but there was, like, 1 or 2. How's it going with the 2 talismans? Have you figured out the location of the Record of Fate's Yin scroll? More or less. When I combined the contents of the 2 talismans, they formed a seal, which could be undone. The things inside the talismans that looked like scraps of wood were actually tiny scroll kept folded up by the seal. Yeah. I would have thought the talismans actually contained the scroll itself. There's one more seal we have to undo to open the scroll. It's giving me some trouble, so I was hoping you could help me out. Okay. Unlocking the seal thing. Got it. I don't know. I don't know what I'll be able to do, but let me at it. Oddly reassuring. There are 5 seals holding the scroll shut. I think we have to remove them in the correct order. Each seal has a different design. A carp, a light, a beech leaf, a taiko drum, and a reed. If we get it wrong, is it gonna go boom? No, we'll just try again. I think it's devised so the seal can only be undone if the curses for the right have already been unleashed. I think there's a hint to opening it in something related to the curses. I don't think that's gonna work. I wanna double check something real fast. I think there's a possibility where if we lie to her, maybe that's one of the split endings. I just want to test. Will she kill me right away? Okay, she will. I just had to see. Too bad. She's already dead. This is horrific. I'll be taking her curse stone. Huh? Haunting Clapper needed with a source of fire? That was a close one. Now then. What'll you do, Mr. Investigator? You're not a curse bearer, so I don't have any reason to kill you. But I won't show you mercy if you're going to try and capture me. So what'll it be? Your employer's already dead anyway, so there's no reason for you to go out of your way to arrest me, right? I could still do it as my duty as a citizen, and report you, you know. What a surprise! This is when you decide to suddenly choose the side of righteousness? She's after the same thing, you know. There's no clean hands when it comes to soul dregs. Looks like you don't have anything to say about that. Bye-bye! More than enough soul dregs for the rite of resurrection. However, it turned out that resurrecting someone who died a long time ago required an even larger amount. Oh yeah, that's right, because hers is older. To fulfill her heart's deepest desire, she needed to harvest more. So, she waited for the sun to set, for when the Feast of Shadows effects were at its peak, and used the one-sided reed curse stone she had stolen from Fumichika Nejimon. And she used it. She proceeded to kill all those whose personal information she knew, starting with those who mattered least to her. Yeah. Many of them were random men, gullible and disposable, drawn in by the allure of a female university student. One noteworthy victim among them was Tetsuo Tsutsumi, who, being a curse-bearer himself, was promptly targeted for his soul dreg. Tsutsumi death threw the investigation efforts into disarray, allowing Ayame to evade capture. Afterwards, she acquired various address registers, and phone books, and systematically killed the people listed in them. Unsuspecting victims could be safe at home, only to suddenly have their limbs severed. A strange death shook society to its core. Yeah, one-sided read is pretty OP. Yes. But all things must come to an end. So in time, the killings stopped. Sometime after the killings, a modern-day genius female ukiyo-e artist burst onto the art scene. She introduced herself as the mysterious Mad Paintress, and her fame grew quickly as she presented one incredible work after another. Praised as a modern reincarnation of Katsushika Hokusai, she quickly made her own mark on history. So does the reincarnation work a little bit differently than intended, maybe? Okay, cool. Don't tell me I have to go through all this again. If I do, I'll do it later. We'll just I just wanted to show on stream what it looked like to get that death. She's a big Fate Grand Order fan, you know. She loves Hokusai. What? What are the order of the seal? Harp, light, leaf, drum, reed. I just don't know the order. I wonder... Does it matter the order that they're in here? So this would be carp. I think they're in the same order. A light, leaf. Alright, let's try it. Let's just try it in this order first. Nope. Is there no hint? Do we just have to brute force it? Do you recognize any of the things on these seals? Maybe there's something in our file. Well, they look like the Honjo mysteries. Oh, something updated? I wonder if it's like related to the map. Where's the map? Yeah, they look like the curse stone. But in theory, like the way we have the curses listed, it's the same order. The carp. The lantern. The beach. Echo. Reed. Oh yeah, I don't think we've read this one yet. The memory. Okama was a lovely woman. She was spirited and worked hard and lived a frugal yet pleasant life, until her husband hanged himself. My husband? A swindler? Who would believe such a thing? Oh, Okama was determined to clear her husband's name. That is when she met Tomezo, a man who was a stranger to these parts. This man must be one of the daimyo's spies. It appears that after my husband, I will be next. So be it. But what is he hunting for? Okoma, putting on the airs of a woman mourning her husband, went to the bridge nightly to seek information from Tomezo. She soon discovered that she was right, and that her husband had been deceived. Okoma decided to bring her newfound knowledge to the daimyo, much to Tomezo's alarm. Angered at having been misled, he confronted her on the bridge, but Okoma would not listen. She cursed him, called him vile names, and eventually his patience had worn thin. Blood splattered everywhere, and by the time he returned to his senses, it was already too late. He looked over the bridge into the river of blood below and saw the corpse of a woman missing both an arm and a leg. Yeah, let's... Give me another hint. It just says it's in our files. Maybe I'll try one more time. Unless we have to figure out, like, the order that these deaths occurred for the Honjo incident. But that seems a little too much, you know? Like, a couple of them, I don't know how we would be able to determine the order. Or I guess for most of them, I don't know how we would be able to. The order we encountered them? That's a possibility, but I don't think we have stuff like that in our notes. What else do we have? Hold on. Face of shadows. I mean, maybe it's the order that, oh, where is it? There was something here. Hold on a second. There used to be a chart that showed who had what. And I was wondering if maybe it was the order that, Tatsumi, retrieved them. We could try that. The order Tatsumi got them. Well, he got the beach first. But we never got the cart. Then I think he got the light from somebody. But these two would be like at the same time then. Although technically he never got these ones because he died. No. Give me another hint, Mio. Yeah, I know that they look like the curse stones. Some order to the 7 mysteries that correspond to them. Yeah, I know, but I'm stupid. Like the order they first appeared in the game in general? When they were made? Maybe. Let me look at a couple of these again. But I feel like for that, she wouldn't... I feel like she wouldn't tell us to look at the menu for that, because that's not really listed in the menu. In our files, I mean. I can try it. Because in the story, we started with this one. Nope. The events that took place around them. I don't think there are any dates, so it's kind of confusing. So we can skip that one. A beckoning light. I have an idea. I might write it down to see if this makes sense. Where's my pen? So, if the carp won Whispering Canal, so what if her... So this is the little girl. What if her parents were also, you know, these other curses? So, she dies last. Huh? Night? Yeah, it's nighttime. Why? Huh? So she dies last. And the beckoning light could potentially be her father? And her father was tricked by the feet woman. Memories of a young couple and their daughter. The beach one. So he made the stones. Echo of Tsugaru. Ukiyo-e painter? Granddaughter. One day, his granddaughter told him about her dreams. Curses Soul's resurrection. Hearing her tale, the old man was gripped by a sudden zeal and began to paint with great fervor. His work quickly became famous, enchanting all those who viewed the strange imagery. Even the daimyo had taken notice. What could possibly have happened? The people whispered amongst each other. It looked almost as if he had been beaten like a drum. Hold on, let me... events that took place around then. Yeah, it means around the Edo period, not at nighttime. Oh wait, I forget which lantern it was. Ever-burning lantern or the beckoning light? Wait a minute. Hold on. My brain. This guy attacked a woman. So he attacked the reed. And the beach is first because he made the stones. I don't know if I'm on the right track at all. What was the other one we had? The light, carp, beach, the taiko drum. Taiko Tsugaru. Every now and then his granddaughter would visit and he would teach her to paint. Work quickly became famous, enchanting all those who viewed it. So the drum. Hold on a second. Which one am I missing? I think beach is first because this guy made the stones. He made the Netsuke clasps, I think. The prosperity that the ukiyo-e boom brought must have been what fanned the flames of his greed. So you think the ukiyo-e one was first? That could be. So that would be taiko. So then it'd be taiko, beach. Hold on, I'm already missing one. Which one was it? Carp, light. Wait. Huh? Oh no, that is 5. Okay. So then, so then carp was last, maybe? Oh, I don't know if I'm on the right track. This is honestly a little bit of a... Darn it. Let me try one more. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I'm trying. I feel like I'm close. I feel like maybe this one? Okay. So the little girl dies before the lantern one. Okay. Did it all myself. No cheating. That sounded sarcastic, but it wasn't. I was gonna say, I was like, if I don't get it this try, I might need to consult a guide. Took you 5 tries. Girl, don't shade me. Come on. Rude. I did it myself, at least. Ugh. Besides, I wanted to see if she would give me more clues so I could tell if I was on the right track. I wonder if you fail it enough times, if she'll just, like, spell it out more clearly every time. Because, like, come on, like, a lot of these are so vague that I had a feeling they were related, but I was like, it's possible that they aren't related at all, you know? Like, come on. Some of these are just... And I also got the light and the lantern mixed up, I think. Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, I thought this was this one. This one. Can't believe she told me she counted how many times. Rude. Now I can finally read what's written inside. Let's see. I thought I did okay. Okay. Seimon Tsuchimikado. He feared the descendants of those involved in the Honjo incident might become cursed and used in the collection of soul dregs for the rite of resurrection. The existence of the Yin Scroll was indicated in the postscript added to the Record of Fates, but its whereabouts are currently unknown. Text has been preserved in the form of 2 talismans held by Hajime Yoshimi and Michio Shiraishi. It contains a full account of the Honjo incident. I bequeath this soul to future generations, to be used in the event that calamity should arise from this grievous incident. Those who seek to forestall disaster must gather these 3 items in one place to cast my rite of cleansing and expel all ritual and curses in full. My soul, that is my curse echo. My body, that is a living continuation of my bloodline. My spirit, that is my own consciousness. Ugh. So how are we gonna do this? So we have enough curse echoes that I think one of them should work. Unfortunately, Hajime and Michio are dead. And we already mostly evicted Michio of Yako's consciousness, but maybe? I don't know. Let's see, what's new? Ugh, long. Oh my god, this is so long. Okay, but we can read it. Nope. Yeah, before it was just this little bit at the top. This is a story that takes place in the late Edo period. There was once a family that lived in a row of houses in Honjo. The family consisted of a Netsuke craftsman named Jinkichi, his wife Koma, and their daughter Toki. They enjoyed a poor but happy existence. One day, they took in a man by the name of Blank, who claimed to be a shomoji. He was on the run, having barely escaped with his life from something or another, and wound up in Honjo. The tough circumstances had left him sick and destitute. Jinkichi felt sorry for the man and decided to shelter him. The stranger was deeply grateful for the kindness and care of Jinkichi's family, as without it he would have surely died, and told them thusly on the day of his departure, "I want to give you something of my thanks, but unfortunately I have nothing of value." Then he paused and asked, "Is there anyone you want to bring back to life?" Turns out the man's true name was Tsuchimikado Seimon, a descendant of the renowned Onmyoji, and he had been researching the fabled Rite of Resurrection. For his crime in unearthing this forbidden rite, he was chased out by his family, but he wrote down everything about the spell in a book named The Record of Fates while on the run. Whoever sought to perform the rite would need to kill people and gather their soul dregs. Seimon had only researched the rite out of the spirit of inquiry, but thought himself willing to use the rite if it was for the sake of the Jinkichi family. However, Jinkichi shook his head. "Sacrificing someone is unthinkable. We didn't help you because we wanted something in return, so you owe us nothing," he said, declining the unbelievable offer. Seimon bowed his head in gratitude countless times at those words and left their house. In the same area, there lived an ukiyo-e artist named Old Man Kanzo. His art didn't sell much, but he often looked after Toki while Jinkichi and Koma were out working. Young Toki heard Seimon's talk about the Rite of Resurrection, but being too young to comprehend it, regaled it to Old Man Kanzo as a story of fiction. Old Man Kanzo, inspired by the story and filled with renewed vigor, put his heart and soul into his next painting. The piece centered around the theme of resurrection and became an instant hit in town. Jinkichi, being a shrewd businessman, saw an opportunity and jumped on the bandwagon of carving Netsuke connected to Old Man Kanzo's ukiyo-e. He made up stories about his netscape, telling people that their blessings were connected to resurrection, and his business rapidly flourished. That man unknowingly left us a wonderful gift, thought Jinkichi and his family, but they were unaware of the tragedy that would soon foretold. Before long, old man Kanzo's wonderful ukiyo-e reached the ears of the local daimyo, and he was summoned to the lord's residence. But what awaited him was not praise, but cruel torture at the hands of Ashino, a female onmyoji who was in pursuit of Seimon. It was her who pressured Seimon into researching the rite of resurrection, which she secretly planned to use to preserve her beauty for all eternity. I don't know if we'll ever get to see it in the game, because it's kind of at the end of it here. Ashino took advantage of the fact that the daimyo's heart was weak and frail following the loss of his family, and manipulated him into capturing old man Kanzo, the source of the recent rumors about resurrection. Tell me where you heard about the rite of resurrection, Ashino demanded as the brutal beatings continued. It was said that the eerie sound of the beatings rang out like the beating of a taiko drum, night after night, reaching even the watchtower of the Tsugaru residence. In the end, Ashino's cruel torture secured her the information on Jinkichi's family and the existence of the record of fate. The daimyo sent his chief retainer to bring in Jinkichi, and the torture resumed afresh with the new captive. This time, she intended to obtain the whereabouts of Seimon and the location of the record of fate. Jinkichi didn't know where Seimon went, but even if he did, he had no intention of telling and stubbornly kept his mouth shut. The torture was pushed too far, and Jinkichi was unintentionally killed before he spoke a word. The daimyo had Jinkichi's corpse hanged from a beech tree and declared that, unable to bear the guilt of the crime of deceiving the masses with a false rumor of resurrection, Jinkichi had committed suicide. This was all part of Ashino's plan to send a message to the common folk, especially the increasing number of those who sought the right for themselves. News of what happened to Jinkichi spread, and people lost interest in the rite, wondering if the stories of resurrection were all but a lie. But rumors that the daimyo's word was perhaps not all that truthful spread quickly when a dancer claimed to have witnessed the chief retainer's cold-blooded handiwork firsthand, and Honjo fell into unrest once more. The chief retainer arrested the girl and proposed a deal to put a stop to the rumors. The girl was to say she just wanted attention and retract her story by saying it was entirely made up. In exchange, she would be given the most wonderful stage to perform on. But when the day came, she was suffocated by the mask, prepared for the performance. Unbeknownst to her, the mask had been covered in glue as part of the plan to kill and silence her. Koma never believed for a moment that her husband Jinkichi had committed suicide. Oh, excuse me. I'm getting a little froggy. She was certain someone was behind his... Oh, sorry, I'm a little... Hold on. Okay, hopefully that's a little bit better. I was starting to get, like, really... something in my throat. Yeah. Turned into a frog at midnight. She was certain someone was behind his death, and asked around persistently for the names, addresses, and any other information she could find on people with connections to the daimyo. The chief retainer would not allow things to escalate any further, and had Tomezo, a ronin who once served as a spy, go after her. However, she turned the table on him, shouting, "It was you who killed my husband, wasn't it?" Confronted with the accusation, Tomezo flew into a blind rage and cut Koma down in broad daylight. Ordered to take responsibility for his failure by committing seppuku, he exposed the daimyo's plot as he disemboweled himself by the lantern of the soba cart used to give coded signals. With both her parents gone through means unbeknownst to her, Koki found herself to be all alone. One day, late at night, she went searching for her parents and met her doom falling into a canal where she drowned. Meanwhile, the chief retainer had made no headway whatsoever in finding Seimon's whereabouts. In an instant, Ashino decided to set fire to his residence, burning him alive. In truth, all those connected to these events thus far were cursed by Ashino, so their souls would turn to soul dregs upon death, which she had been collecting. All she needed to perform the rite now was to get her hand on the record of fate. Seeing that there was something serious at work behind the recent string of strange events in Honjo, Seimon returned to find he was too late. He broke down in tears when he learned of the unfortunate and unnatural death Jin Kichi's family had met. Seimon realized it was the handiwork of Ashino when he found their soul dregs had been collected, and decided he had to prevent any further sacrifice happening by confronting her on Hoonji Bridge. What ensued was a fierce battle of spells that endured till the break of dawn. Though those who did not know any better only saw what they believed to be eerie flashes and supernatural orbs of light. At the end of the long battle, Ashino defeated Seimon and obtained the record of fate, but he had placed a curse upon her foot. Ashino dragged her foot, corrupted and horribly inflamed, and sought refuge at the nearby residence of a retainer and angrily demanded they wash her foot. Ashino died then and there, filled with agony, and her foot cursed and rotten. Seimon, too, having sustained serious injuries during the fight, died that day on Hoonji Bridge, still filled with regret. However, Seimon came back to life. Knowing that there would be enough soul dregs in place during their confrontation, he had prepared a spell that would activate the rite of resurrection upon his passing. Feeling that his curiosity was responsible for the terrible tragedy that had unfolded, he was left with a keen understanding of why the rite of resurrection was forbidden, and became determined to seal it away. Indeed, the reason he'd resurrected himself was for that very purpose. However, he did not know what had become of the record of fate. With nothing to seal away, he instead used the remaining soul dregs to turn 9 of the Netsuke made by Jin Kichi into a ritual implement to be sealed away in Honjo. He placed a spell so that should someone try to activate the rite of resurrection again, all 9 pieces will awaken at once, and to pass the whole truth of these events to future generations, he wrote everything down in the inscroll. Oh my god. Ugh. Meanwhile, townspeople kept silent about incidents out of fear of being cursed. However, these occurrences were so strange that gossip about it couldn't truly be contained. And then they became the 7 mysteries. Oof. Ugh. Yeah, very, very froggy lately. I see. A detailed account of the Honjo incident. Yeah. Resentment of the victims of the incident turned into curses, which are the curse echoes. The contents are organized like an answer sheet, so it doesn't just give us the information we need. So now we need to do the 3 things. The soul, the body, and the consciousness, or whatever. Yep. For those who seek to forestall disaster, yeah. Get these items. Okay. But how are we gonna do that? Seimon's rite of cleansing will activate and completely negate the curses and the rite of resurrection. Oh, that's it. That's easy. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I think So yeah, I think this one is Seimon. Yes, this one is Seimon. Beckoning light. Because he did a bunch of cool light battle. And he was remembering, it's not himself, he was remembering, it's the couple. Jinkichi and whatever her name was. Yes. My curse brings ruin to curse bearers. I know the answer. I know the answer. Let me answer, please. The body. Yeah, Yoshimi and Michio. But they're dead. That's true. But what are we gonna do? There have to be others. Another note. As for the body, seek not only the one who bears my blood, but one with strong spirit sense. Oh. Such an individual will be able, if a spirit attempts to possess them, to instead take control of that spirit themselves. Is Mio strong enough? Can't think of anyone. Let's move on for now. Next is the mind. What's the difference between mind and soul? It said that humans are made of soul, body, and mind. Yeah, you're right. I think it does only kill curse bearers. The mind is essentially thought to be part of the spirit that makes up someone's consciousness or oneself. Like driving. The body is the car, the soul is the control system, and the mind is the driver. So is there a hint? Should the rite of resurrection be activated elsewhere, so too shall my mind be awakened there. Seimon tried to seal away the rite of resurrection, but before he could, Ashino stole the record. So as a countermeasure to the rite being activated, he made it so his mind would be released from the seal. Okay. What it means is, Seimon's mind awoke the night the rite was activated and must be possessing someone out there right now. But who? I was about to mention Tsutsumi and then I remembered he's dead. There's gotta be a way to not have him die. I'm so upset. We have to find the curse echo, the descendant, and the person possessed by Seimon. We gotta get them together in one place. Right, but there is one thing. The second and third ones could both be from the same person. That's true. But who could that be? Like how Michio lost her memories when she was possessing Yako. Seimon's consciousness might not be aware of who it really is. What do you mean, why did Tsutsumi come back? Tsutsumi's gone. He's dead right now. He just had a final stand with his daughter. So if he learned the truth, would he start to act of his own accord? That person could already be... Is it gonna be Yoko? Excuse me, can I interrupt for just a moment? Hey, it's Yoko! Haven't seen her since part 1, I think. Would you buy this empty can of juice I just finished drinking for 10,000 yen? Huh? I'll even throw in these bones of some fried chicken. Can't beat a deal like this. I don't really want them. Come on, don't say that. They're delicious. Yeah, what the heck is this? Actually, I thought I might just have a picnic right here. Won't you join me? So is she gonna be Seimon or is she gonna be Ashino? Sorry. I don't understand what this lady's about. Well, it's not like we need this exact spot. We can't do anything with other people around. Let's just go. Yeah, we're busy, so we'll see you later. Ah! Oh, that's right. It does it to anybody who leaves. No, she's evil. All this for your dog? For Ogo Pogo? I was like, she's gotta come back, you know? Hmm. You have my heartfelt thanks for all your hard work thus far. And thus brings the story of the 7 mysteries of Honjo to a close. What? Who could have foreseen such a conclusion? Unfortunately, it seems the so-called mastermind was one step ahead of me. We should have never brought her back to life. She remains hidden, leaving behind no evidence. Perhaps there's truly no way to stop her. However, should you find that this conclusion is not to your liking, by all means, please pursue a different path. You've done it once before, so I am sure you already know how. With that, I shall be taking my leave. Hey, we haven't seen this guy in ages either. What the heck? I have been your humble storyteller. Good night. Alright. Let me restart this one. Okay. Interesting. Hey, idiot. Ugh. Unfortunately, I know we've already seen it, but I think I have to get killed by her again because I don't think I saved it on the same save file. Or I don't think I did that on the same save file, so. Why Stabby? Stab Yoko? Not Yoko. Yame? Can't believe Yoko! I wanted to believe in her. Alright, you killed Nejima. Skip. Your curse bearer? Hmm. Let me say this. We haven't chosen a different choice in a while. Alright, alright. Darn it. Gotta do introduction. Okay. Skip. At least they have like a fairly decent fast forward button. Makes it a little bit easier. You use your stone. All right. All right. Now, please kill me so we can just get it over with. Yeah. Skip. Yes. Thank you. There we go. Now we have this on our save file at least. I don't know. Maybe Hokusai is like reincarnated into her body or something. I don't really get how that works. Okay. Now let's go back. There we go. Huh? Huh? What do I do now? Because normally when a path branches, it gives you like an alternate route. Or like it stays lit up. Huh? What should I do? I might take a little bathroom break is what I might do. If that is okay. Which it is okay because I call the shots here. So I'll be our oh, sorry, I cut off the mic there. BRB. I'm back with a snack. Ugh. Crunchy snack, but not carrots this time. So, I think you're right. I think... So my two thoughts were that we should be able to revive or in some way prevent Satsumi's death. Maybe we can also prevent Shogo's death too? No, it's baked peas. Yeah, it's like baked green peas. So this is the route where Yoko doesn't die and it leads to Shogo's death. This is the route where Yoko dies. And maybe now we can just tell people what we know. And also, because I have work tomorrow and I kind of want to make this stream the real finale. They don't really taste like peas though, they just taste like crunchy. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look up where we need to pick up. Because like I said, I was kind of split between whether we should go back to Shogo and Yoko's route and over here. But I looked it up and it said to go here, so that's what we're gonna do. After I eat a couple more peas. Yeah, it usually tells you where to go next, or it gives you like at least a better hint. But I mean, I guess the fact that it's Yoko, we should go to a timeline where Yoko's dead. Oh yeah, that reminds me. In the timeline where Yoko dies and Shogo tries to bring her back to life, he ends up dead somehow else. This idiot's been out of the game for so long. Alright, thanks. Edamame chippies? Yeah, these are kind of like that. The phone. Look. Imagine if Shogo was like one of the descendants of Seimon Tsuchimikado. Yeah, these are like, they're puffed up. So they're kind of crispy flaky, I guess. I mean, I guess in fairness, she might not be evil. She might just be possessed. What do you think? Is Shogo gonna turn out to be a descendant of what's-his-face? Seimon Tsuchimikado? He does have spirit sense. I'm just gonna do everything like normal, because I guess we're gonna run into a bunch of people and maybe we can just tell them what we know. It's still weird that Yoko dies. I don't really get it entirely. Oh, really? Pea protein? It does say that they have 5 grams of protein. So I guess. I can now kill. Yay. I'm sad we didn't get to see one of these scenes for every single ghost stone we got. Alright, this is my last one, okay? My last pea. For now. This music is so good still. In the Japanese version, they do have like the little furigana on there. I wish they had it in this one, because these kanji are not my favorite. So I mean, I like them, I just don't know them. Sa Noroi Kurose. Thanks. Thanks for the magic. Okay. Oh, I mean, I like that they show the Japanese. But I wish they added the little furigana above the kanji, right? Just so I could learn some of them. Man, I really love that curse music though. That's so good. That and the loading screen are my favorite, I think. Alright, let's... Alright. Thank you, Shogo. I just want to keep Tsutsumi from dying. Ah, Yoko, I liked you, and I trusted you. Being watched. I already called the ambulance. What? It's an Onibi. He has no more thoughts about it. Hmm. Hey, you. Darn it. Alright, let's talk to him. Hey, you. He's just like so stiff looking. He always looks unnatural. It was your curse that killed that poor woman, I take it? Ah. Yeah. Oh, it got closer. Let's touch it. Am I supposed to touch it? That should be the Seimon Tsuchimikado curse echo. Ho-ho! I am now Seimon Tsuchimikado. I like Onibi. I think they're cute. My. Finally, you have arrived at this juncture. I expected no less than from you. That would mean you have managed to bring everything to light. Though there's the possibility you have wound up here by chance. No. So before I take you any further, I must ask you a number of questions. Oh, geez. About what exactly the soul, body, and mind of Seimon Tsuchimikado are? Oh boy. Oops. Firstly, which curse echo? Beckoning light. Yay! After his defeat at the hands of Ashino in the Honjo incident, Seimon wandered about near Hoonji. The form of his curse echo changed over time with the legend he left behind. This is the curse echo which was acquired by Mayu Chozawa. Yeah, I kind of wondered if Mayu Chozawa could... But Mayu... Well, that would... I mean... distantly related if that was the case. Because then Mayu and... I don't think Mayu's a descendant. But when called forth by Seimon's body and mind, it appeared momentarily before him. Who served... Oh, who is Seimon's self? I want to make sure I spell it right. Oops. Shogo Okie. Oh, I can't put in the last letter. Okay, we'll just put Shogo. Yay! Although Shogo Okie was born to an ordinary family, the blood of a distant relative ran thick in his veins. I can't believe Shogo is the descendant. He's kind of a loser. In truth, the same is true for Yoko Fukunaga. She was also the one who had the blood of a distant relative coursing through her. In her case, it was Ashino. They really are enemies to lovers, aren't they? Seimon and Ashino fated to meet again all these hundreds of years later. Now for my final question. Who is the mind of Seimon Tsuchimikado? Tell me the name of the person whose consciousness was directly tied to his. This one I'm a little bit less certain of. Hold on a second. The self. Who was his body? Yeah, so his soul. Because... The mind. Is me? Wait, I'm trying to remember which... Because I did think about that earlier in the game. I did say earlier in the game I was Seimon. But... I was trying to think... Sorry, I was just getting a little bit confused for a second about, like, the mind and soul thing. I was like, are these the same? is, I forget in her analogy, if the mind was the person who was like, yeah, I think the soul was just like, Mio explained, I think she said that the body is like a car, the mind was the driver, and the soul was like the engine and stuff that makes it go. Me! You believe it to be Shisho? Soul's in control? I don't think so. I think in her explanation... Ah, darn it. Me. The consciousness is the driver. I don't think capitals matter. Oh. I think capitals did matter. Now he's like, are you saying it to be yourself? You're correct. It is me. I am Seimon. I'm an onmyoji. That's me. Seimon's consciousness, awoken by the curses and rite of resurrection. Yeah. However, having lost your memories, you forgot about the duty assigned to you. This is, if I may say so, where I played my part, guiding you through the events of the story. But who are you? As your consciousness was all that was left of you, you manipulated time and space by way of the story chart, jumping from vessel to vessel, and manipulated your host's actions by whispering commands into their ears. In doing so, you were able to get the full picture of what needed to be done. But at one point, while still unconscious, you managed to remember your duty. The so-called mastermind behind these events, the one who awakened the rite and the curses, was Yoko Fukunaga, descendant of Ashino herself. You unconsciously activated your curse and killed her. So yeah. Although it looks like she died by the Whispering Canal, that part is still a little bit weird. Because, like, in theory, it's the Onibi that killed her. Oh, but wait, the Onibi kills them by their own curses, so yes. She had the Whispering Canal already, and I activated her own Whispering Canal against her. That's right. I remember how it works now. Interesting that she awakened Seimon's consciousness at the same time as the curses. Shogo's my descendant? Kind of. Maybe. That was your one and only time she could have been stopped. But due to your influence on Shogo Okie's will, Yoko Fukunaga was brought back to life. Using the story chart to undo her death, I led you to believe it was the work of the Rite of Resurrection itself. But, as it turns out, seeing what would transpire if the mastermind was not killed at the outset, it was ultimately revealed the way to put an end to the curses for good. There were certain things which would have answered all your questions had you noticed them. For example, while under your control, Shogo Okie willingly used his curse. When I asked you early on how many Shogo Okie killed himself, this is what I meant. Yeah. I'm not the player, I'm just behind the player. Had he not used the curse, Shogo Okie would have done so of his own accord. Furthermore, Mayu Chozawa was able to recall information which only you knew. She was able to do this because she was connected to you through her curse echo, the beckoning light. Evil. I can't believe she's evil. She's still kind of cute though. Descendant of Ashino. Born with exceptional spirit sense, Yoko learned about her own ancestry while researching her roots and was disappointed to find her bloodline had fallen into mediocrity. She became consumed with the ambition to restore her family's lost glory through her own powers and devised a scheme to succeed where Ashino failed and perform the rite of resurrection. Yoko continued her training, developing her spiritual and curse powers until she discovered the Record of Fate, which offered clues regarding the rite. She plotted to use the curses of the 7 mysteries of Honjo to gather a large number of soul dread by calling forth curse echoes and setting the stage for mutual slaughter. The ultimate plan involved invoking a large-scale Feast of Shadows, awakening the curses, performing the rite herself, and bringing together enough soul dregs to revive Ashino. Since the effects of the curse increase, the more people know and fear them. She first entrusted the Record of Fates to a local historian, Hideki Araishi, who could be used easily to spread the rumors. She also contacted Nejima, a criminal with a deep understanding of mystic art, to obtain the curse stones needed to gather soul drag. Unsurprisingly, Nejima was very interested in the story of Ashino, and readily agreed to aid his revival. While carrying out these steps, Yoko, I think they mean, Yoko learned of the existence of the Yin Scroll, which threatened to thwart her plan. She added a note about the scroll in the Record of Fates before giving it to Araishi, intending to acquire it before it could pose an issue. Through her investigations, Yoko discovered that Hajime Yoshimi was a descendant of Seimon, and threatened him with a curse in an effort to scare him into revealing the whereabouts of the Yin Scroll. While Hajime bravely resisted Yoko's threats, she killed him with the curse to ensure Seimon's descendant would not stand in her way. As her preparations were coming together, Yoko obtained the seemingly less dangerous curse stone of the Whispering Canal in order to become a curse bearer, a necessity for gathering the curse stones for the Feast of Shadows. Shogo Okie was a descendant of Seimon, was eyed as a potential risk factor, and contacted to ensure he would be located nearby and subject to monitoring. I'm trying to remember, I think they just met by chance. However, unaware that the spirit of Seimon would be awakened within Shogo as soon as she invoked the curse, Yoko's plan was thwarted when she was immediately cursed to death by Seimon. I just had a thought. If we undo all this and the curse and like the Feast of Shadows never happens, then that means Nejima is still on the loose and potentially interested in doing nefarious things. And it also doesn't necessarily mean that Haruwe gets answers about her son's death or closure. Now, I'm going to ask you one question. If you, knowing all that you know now, had the ability to resurrect one life, what would you do? Oh. So, but the thing is, hold on a second. I wouldn't want it. I would destroy it. I think this is the answer we should give. But is that the real answer of Seimon? Because Seimon technically did use it on himself, you know? That was Seimon's original intention. I apologize for leaving it out of the options when I first asked you this question. Now, it's time to bring things to a close. Upon your arrival here, the rite of cleansing was activated, dispelling all other rituals and curses. Look upon the fruit of your efforts. And then we shall leave this world behind for good. Thank you, truly, for all the work you've done. 1 a.m. Whoa. What happened? I finally understand. I was the one who did that to Yoko. Blood of the Onmyoji that's inside me broke into my consciousness and gave me that curse. Yoko was after the rite of resurrection. She was the one who awakened the curses of the 7 mysteries and cast the Feast of Shadows. Because, like, even if all the curse stuff doesn't come to pass because of Yoko, Michio still died. Whatever his name was, Kichiro or whatever, still killed her and was also, like, in cahoots with Nejima. So, Yako still gets possessed by her, and Mio still has to help her out. And also, the teacher, Jonoichi, is not dead either. Even though he was, like, sexually assaulting his student for blackmail. The only way to stop all of it was to put a stop to her here. Otherwise, the rite of cleansing might have been negated too. Wonder how much of it was really her doing all those things. Yeah, that's right. We don't really know how much of it was Yoko and how much of it was Ashino. I guess that explains why I felt like it was a fate when all this started. Though she didn't seem to notice. I guess things were always destined to end like this from the moment we met. I wish we could have met under different circumstances. No point thinking like that now. I need a drink. Thinking a Moscow Mule. Or 2 or 3. Yeah, so what are these guys up to? And Yoshimi's also dead. Ma'am? What is it? Just a dream. Seems it was all just a dream. I dreamt that there was such a thing as the rite of resurrection. Just a dream. Sorry to say it, but there isn't. Right. Of course not. But even if there is no such thing, I promise you I'll get to the bottom of the kidnapping. In fact, I've happened to find a very important lead from over a year ago. An eyewitness. What the hell? Medical unit told me to get down here. What happened? I was looking into Yoshimi's death at the former Yasuda Gardens. Another body was discovered at a different park in the area. Could they be related? At a different park? Does he mean this one? Sure looks like it, but... Excuse me, we found this among the victim's belongings. Thought you'd want to know. What the hell? Boss. Look what was in the female victim's address book. Yoshimi's phone number and photo. What? And the picture. There's an X drawn on it and a bunch of weird symbols. And a hole where his heart would be. No. Could this be some kind of curse or something? Come many times do I have to tell you not to try to connect everything to the occult? Damn. Is this a Nakagoshi case after all? What was that, boss? Don't worry about it. Make sure you put that photo into evidence. There's no doubt this is related to Yoshimi. Make sure you do a thorough sweep of the area. I'm gonna make a phone call. Mio, it turns out Michio really did die in an accident. Yeah. If we ask around, we might be able to get a little more information. I guess there never really was such a thing as the rite of resurrection. But I did feel like there was a spirit watching over us. Ugh, this asshole. Damn it, why? Nothing's happening. But now my contact won't be... Ugh. I should never have believed in that blasted record of fates. To all of you watching from far, far away, the rite of resurrection has never existed. Not in any world, not in any time. So I ask you to take the life you hold and move boldly forward one step at a time. Iwai is out. You want to question him? Hang on, Ario. I want to get enough evidence for a search warrant. Let him go for now. That's the kidnapper? I bet she didn't even have a dog. Ogopogo was a lie. Yeah, I'm the one who did it. So please, help me. She was always following me. Oh yeah, the ghost. Sorry, Michio. I had no idea. What? Hajime was killed? By this Yoko Fukunaga? How can that be? He wasn't the kind of guy to get picked off like that. Boss is hiding something. Yeah. There seems to be some kind of secret hidden in Hajime's family tree, so... Let me see if I can find out what it is. I heard you'd be absent today. Is there something you need? Well, I seem to have this spirit sense thing all of a sudden. I know it's sort of a thing our chairwoman doesn't approve of, so I thought I'd mention it. Could have called. Didn't think you were the standoffish type. Had to find out from UI. Whoops. Got all about my favorite chief inspector. What the hell are you planning? Nothing so heinous you're thinking. I'm only Makoto Ashimiya after all. Nothing but a lowly janitor. How are things with you? Getting along with your daughter? You need to pay for your crimes. Well, more or less. I mean her. She was also an accomplice hit and run. Can't believe old man Yaoi is real. They have a daughter together. That's crazy. Are these credits for the true end? I'm happy that they kind of like walked us through just to show us that like how everything, you know, the mysteries, the other mysteries related to it would get resolved. I guess we don't know for sure. Well, I guess we know that ghosts are probably real, at least, and spirits and whatever. We don't know if the black magic Nejima did ever worked. So we don't know if Ayame has any connection to Shino. Probably not. Maybe just her daughter. But I always feel like a little bit bittersweet whenever there's like any kind of time travel motive where it results in characters not having memories of each other or like of the things that passed. Like, I'm a little bit sad still that like Ario doesn't get to know as much about the paranormal affairs or get closer to Tatsumi that way. And like, you know, I guess this is technically a better end because I guess Nejima hasn't been persuaded to do more crimes, but it's also like he's still pretty suspicious, you know? I wouldn't put it past him. Hihaku Soap Lady was a huge red herring. Nothing ended up happening with her. Like, maybe it would have been a little bit too obvious, but I still feel like it's a little bit... I kind of wish something had happened with her just a little bit more, you know? And, still kind of like, I don't know. Good misdirection with thinking Yoko would be the daughter, because they threw in that random alcohol reference. But yeah, I think in this ending too, it's also pretty sad because like Tatsumi gets to live, but it's also very clear that he hasn't been working on his relationship with his daughter, and it's unclear if he'll take the opportunity to do that because he doesn't really realize now what's being taken for granted. And I guess I'm kind of surprised they didn't show her like and him interacting one more time as like a possible, because she was like an accomplice to the hit and run and needed to be brought in too, just for like, it's also very suspicious that she took the talisman. Like, I feel like that was kind of random. It didn't really amount to anything. She was just like, oh, I just took it because whatever. And it's like, really? I don't know. Felt a little bit too random to me that she took the talisman. Like, I would have preferred if they had just said like she went out to check and then Yoko had like snuck by. I still wouldn't have minded if Ayame was the mastermind, because I just think it would have made a little bit more sense than Yoko being kind of thrown in there at the end. Even though I did kind of feel like, I was like, well, they have to bring Yoko back at some point, so she's either going to be one of their descendants. But I thought it was pretty good. Like, a lot of mysteries that they kind of tied together and gave you some clues and a couple of red herrings just to kind of keep you paying attention. So what'd you think? Good? I thought it was fun. And like, you know, they could have done, you know, I always feel like, I don't like to like advertise stuff like this as being too meta, because like, you know, there was only like one or two little instances of like there was one instance of going in the menu to mute the character voices to prevent a curse. And then there was like a couple instances where you had to stop a mission and go do somebody else's storyline in order to go back and progress this one. But I thought it was very good, writing good, characters good. I really like all these characters, but I guess given this kind of ending, I don't think they'll make a series of it like they would with something like Deathmark. Because like, I mean, Satsumi and Mio are in the know, but the other ones, not so much. Yes, it was me. I was Seiman Tsuchimikado this whole time. It's funny, because I definitely did say that at some points in the game that I was definitely going to be that or one of the other spirits or something, but... You know, like, by the time I got to the ending, I was like... It's like, what should I... You know, when you get... I think it's different when you get a button prompt versus when you have to enter in a name, because it's like... Because I was starting to get confused. I'm like... Am I the mind or the soul? I don't know. Am I the consciousness? What am I? Who should I put? But I still really liked it. I think the branching path thing is fun. And there wasn't like so many that it felt like there was too much to do. But I could imagine like they could have made like an even longer game. But I think it was still like plenty long. Like, let me see, how many hours was it? How many hours did I put in this? I put in about 25. So like, you know, if you were trying to do a completion run, probably about 20, 25. If you were trying to just streamline it for the perfect ending, I think they're saying people can do it under 10. But I feel like you would have to be like really zoom in, like skipping a lot of dialogue and not getting every route and stuff like that. How many birds did I get? I'm gonna be really sad if I missed. Oh, what's this? Thank you for playing. Sincerely yours, Nakagoshi. Aww. It was a Nakagoshi case this whole time. Where's my birds? I missed 2. Darn it. I wasn't looking hard enough in the beginning. But yeah. Very good. I'm very glad I played it. I'm very glad that I managed to go in mostly blind. In the end, we had to go back and kill Yoko. Can't believe Shogo was, you know, Seimon this whole time. Right? Seimon, Shogo, I'm sorry for doubting you. I thought your only gimmick was wanting a girlfriend and hating your job. Which I know too many people like that already. But yeah, really, still really good. Oh, you know what? I did have some thoughts. I was like, you know what if visual novel November? I can't guarantee we'll finish any visual novels, but what if we do visual novel November? Now I'll think of I have a couple ideas for well, he's Seimon's descendant. He was also being possessed by Seimon, so kind of. Look, I don't necessarily want to be Seimon Tsuchimikado, even if that's who I am in the game. Oh yeah, I did look at that game, Soul Street. It was funny because I was like, oh man, there really are like no English players of it. I don't know. I'm a little bit torn. Maybe I'll look at it again. There's like no English videos of it. Because it's like, you know, I don't normally play like, I guess it is a little bit of like walking puzzle sim horror game. But I was like, is it a little, you know, I don't usually play like that kind of like 3D walking sim, I guess. Definitely scary. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. And it looks like it's like kind of a one stream sort of thing. If you can deal with, you know, the puzzles. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, I did see that there was like mostly some no commentary walkthroughs and like one German one. Oh, trust me, I have thought about Fate Stay Night. I do have, so I haven't bought the Steam version. I do have an old version of Real to, I can never say it, Real to Nua, however you say it. That's also like patched with some of the arrow scenes in it. So I have played that a little bit on my own time a while ago. I haven't finished it. I should. So I do actually really like some of classic Fate. But I have a couple of like smaller visual novels too, and a couple really big ones that I was thinking about. Here, if you want me to read them, I can. Okay, what do we have here? So of course, oh man, I would really like to do Umineko, but I'd have to do it like very, very slowly, like one chapter, you know, take a break. Like I would not be able to just power through it. I also am curious about House of Fata Morgana. I've heard really good things about it, but I think it's also quite long. Let me see. I have a couple games that are like not quite, that are like kind of like half visual novel, half not. Which one? What's another one that's like pure visual novel? Yeah, can't scroll. This one? This? I don't know. Can't tell if that one is or not. There's a couple like random ones that I saw on Steam before that I thought were kind of good looking or interesting looking. Sorry, I'm on my Steam page now. Iwaihime is one I had. Apparently it's from Ryukishi 7. I don't hear much about it though, but it looked kind of good. Oh yeah, this one too. What is this? With the Waremono? I was kind of curious about some of those. Although that's like part visual novel, part turn-based, I think. I don't know. We'll figure it out later. I still have a couple more. You know, October's not over quite yet. Oh yeah, I was curious about this. I don't know if you guys would like this. Hashihime. I kind of wanted to watch somebody else play a little bit of it first to get a. That's more of like a BL thing, so I don't know if you, I mean, I know you guys will listen to me do whatever, but I don't know if you'll like it. But I kind of like the vibes of that too. Oh, there's this Chinese one, I think. The Hungry Lamb. That one looks good. I've had my eye on that one for a while. But maybe I should find a short one too. Oh yeah, Steins Gate was on sale the other day, so I also bought Steins Gate. I'll have to try and find a short one too, so it's not just ones that are going to be unfinished, you know? I was gonna say, I think I clicked on visual novel tag, right? Yeah, visual novels. It says Disco Elysium is a visual novel, which like, I don't know if I would classify it as a visual novel, but I do want to play Disco Elysium sometime. We'll see. But what do you think? Visual novel in November? I might also delay Kanto 3 Limbus Company for November too. I think one Kanto a month is not too bad. Because I was gonna say I could have done it this month too, but I was like, you know, might as well play a couple more horror games. Oh, Disco? I mean, I've seen a little bit of Disco. And I mean, I don't know if I think it's very text heavy. But like, I don't know if I would classify it quite as a visual novel, you know? Maybe... Who knows? That one also has good detective BL potential, in case you've never seen it. I feel like that one, I think it can be kind of long to play through. But I think you can also go through... So I know for Disco, there's like an overarching mystery, but you can also play it in like many different ways. Like you could do like a lot of different builds. Like I'm looking at the hours people have put in, and like it looks like a lot of people put in like a lot of people put in like anywhere from like 30 to 50 hours. Yeah. And I don't know if those are like all long. And here's one person who put in 238 hours. So I think it's more, so I'm hoping that that's just because people really like to do different kinds of runs for it. So we'll, you know, we'll see. Oh, maybe I should do Doki in Doki Doki in November too, because I've been talking about that for forever. Since I'm kind of, I'm somewhat blind to it. I've managed to stay blind and, you know, pure. Oh yeah, I also got, you know what else I bought on sale is I got Phoenix Wright. I've never played Phoenix Wright. Let's do that. Let's do Phoenix Wright and Doki Doki in November. And then maybe do like one chapter of Umineko or something. One chapter of something else. I don't know. Let's do that. That'll be fun. I don't know. Is that a thing? I wonder, do other people do... Visual novel, November. I was gonna say, it sounds very pleasant to say, but do other people make it a themed month? Because it just has an N and a V in it, right? That makes sense. I also have Higurashi, but I've always liked Umineko a little bit more, so... And I wanted to play the VN someday. Beatrice. I love her. Oh yeah. This month, I did say it, so let me write this down real fast. Sorry, before I end stream. I'm just talking to myself, making notes here. Wait, I need to go to my docs, not my sheets. Let me write this down so I don't forget. So for the rest of October, we still need to do an Owl Oni stream. Maybe Corpse Party? I feel like I need to do Owl Oni before I do Heta Oni, but I would like to do Heta Oni one day because they would be fun. I'll put Soul Street as a maybe. Like I said, I can't promise that I would play it to completion. Even though it's short, just because I'm like, ugh. But you know what? I might try it as something different. And it is pretty cheap, too. And then for November, we'll say Kanto 3. And then Doki Doki Literature Club. And... we'll try to do an Umineko chapter, maybe. I'm kind of intimidated by starting it, you know, because I want to make sure I'm in like good form, you know. Like I can't promise I'm gonna do like good voice acting, but I would like to do, you know, at least have like a better voice quality when I do it. What else did I say? And I mean, we'll probably throw in a couple things in there that are not quite visual novels, you know, just to mix it up just a little bit. That's what I think. I could try to do Misao this month. Misao might be shorter than Corpse Party, so maybe I should do that instead. It's funny, I feel like I haven't played very many games this month because this game took a while, but I actually did stream quite a lot this month. So I'm pretty happy with that. Even though I'm sad that I didn't do a lot of other stuff I wanted to do in terms of like behind the scenes. Because, you know, I set up my new Live 2D even though I'm not using it right now. But, you know, every now and then I always get the itch to like redo like my overlays and stuff and backgrounds and stuff. But I'm always like, I'm really picky about how I like it. And I'm not really like a graphics designer kind of person. Yeah. I looked at it and I was like, I think it's a Chinese game. Oh yeah, that was my only other... So the other reason why I was kind of worried about it is I am terrible at pronouncing Chinese names. So I saw that and I was like, ooh, that's gonna be rough. I did see there was like one German playthrough of it though. And I wondered if that was where you got the idea. You know, I'll tell you guys a secret, okay? I really wanted to try to get... I really wanted to draw some free emotes for you guys, but I only really got to the draft stage of them because I just wasn't... I was feeling kind of like I was hitting a little bit of an art block again. So I didn't feel like I could do them to the best of my quality. But I would still really like to try to do that soon. Like, before the end of the year, hopefully. some emotes. Some cute little free emotes I could upload to like one of the extensions or whatever. I do have the sketches of like 5 or so that I think I want to start with, but I was just kind of struggling with my digital art. Someday we'll get there. I'm just, you know, I'm doing it all myself means it's kind of slow sometimes. I mean, I probably could like have pushed myself, but I was really kind of tired and feeling kind of crappy this month, so I just decided to focus on streaming instead. I think it's okay. You like my art? Thanks. I like it sometimes. Sometimes I don't. You know, curse of an artist, I guess. I can never make up my mind if I like it or not. But yay, I'm happy we finished this. And you know, it's funny, I'm not really like a super completionist, but you know what? Maybe, do I have the images on here? Let me see if I do. If I can show you a sneak peek of them. I might not have them on here. But I might be able to put them on here. Yeah. What's the best way to do this? Let me check. Let's see if I have it on my... If I have it on my computer or if it's only on my phone. Because I did them on paper first. And then I was gonna do them on my... I mean, I talked about it a really long time ago, but those are completely different images. I redrew them. But I did show like a little sneak peek on Twitter at one point. Maybe here? Let's see. Oh, I think these are them. Here's the... I'll make it smaller so you can see all of them. A couple of these are the same one, just redrawn. These are a couple ones that I was thinking about to start. Potentially. Someday, if I can get off my butt and make them into emotes. I'm still like, there's a couple that I want to like refine a little bit more. Like, I'm not entirely sure the best way to depict like my Dr. Pepper obsession. You know, I have it up here in the top corner, but it's me just sipping. Although in fairness, I do use a straw quite a bit. I have reusable straws. I was trying to think of ones that are most useful for stream. So I mainly have like hi, bye, and lurk, just in case people want to say that they're lurking. And I don't think it's very useful for stream, but I feel like, I don't know. I'm a very pouty person, to be honest, so I added pout. I have my carrots. I have confused. I have dead. This I don't think is very useful for stream, but I always wanted to like, you know, I always have my curse one because like I'm always into Japanese curses, you know. I've got to have my wara ningyo, my straw doll, and my hammer. And this is a random one. If you look at the top, there's my water sippy, but I'm drinking out of like a dog bowl just because I thought it would be funny. And like just a thumbs up. How decisive? How decisive am I? More than some, less than others. Depends on what it is, I guess. I get really mad if I have to like eat with somebody who can't decide on their order though. Like if I order pizza with some people and I'm like, hey, what do you guys want? And they go, well, anything's fine. I go, well, what do you want? And they go, well, whatever you want. I'm like, then we're getting what I want, and you don't get to complain, okay? You know, that annoys me. But I think in my own life, like, I can be kind of slow to buy things because I take a long time to, like, think about it if I really want it or not, because I know that I'm really bad at returning stuff. So if I order something and I don't want it, there's a good chance I'll forget to return it. I'm really slow at some of those things. Well, I guess, like, when it comes to, like, expenses, you know? It's not bad to take your time. But yeah, if I'm, like, sharing food with somebody and they don't know what they want, that's, like, oh, that's so annoying to me. Or, like, you know, if you're gonna listen to, like, music with somebody and you're like, hey, I don't know what you want to listen to. But otherwise, I think I mostly just take my time. Alright, we'll see if I ever make these. Hopefully I will. I've been just so slow in my art lately. But I did a couple of, like, non-VTuber related art stuff too for some friends, so you know, hopefully I'll keep up my spirits, you know? Have more energy, be healthier too. Oh yeah, I saw some people playing World of Horror lately. I really love that game. It's been a while since I played it. I could play it just, like, randomly one day. But if I did, it would probably be like, because I've kind of finished everything in that game. So it would either be like me looking for more achievements or just playing a couple runs just to see if I can survive. So I miss that game. It's really good. I'm happy more people like it. I haven't ever really, like, excuse you, rude. I won't be, you know what? I did think about that. Every time I run out of soda, I'm like, maybe I should stop drinking soda now. And it's like, no. My life, I'm too miserable. I need some joy in my life. And currently soda is like, this is gonna sound weird. My current joys in life are, my number one joy right now is, I actually have been really enjoying streaming. I don't know if it comes across, but I feel like lately I've just been, like, not as enthusiastic to do a lot of stuff. So streaming is like something where I'm like, okay, let's play a game. And then I'll play it on stream. I am also drinking my water. I always have my water with my soda. Here, I'll drink some more. I'll drink it from my dog bowl. Yes, okay. I had my water. What was I saying? Oh yeah. But soda is, like, it's still one of my joys in life, you know? I should stop again, but I think I wish I was happier. Maybe if I was happier, I would stop. Well, I'm not super full of life right now because I'm back to a static PNG, but that's okay. Yeah, I was thinking about, sorry, this is going on too long. I should just end stream. But I was thinking about it and I'm like, you know, in just over a year, I do feel like in some ways I've I don't know if I've improved as a streamer, but I feel like I have changed a little bit, just a little bit more comfortable. But then I still also have those days where I'm just, like, awkward and I don't know what to say, or just grumpy, or just a mess and I forget to unmute things, you know? It happens. But I think it also helps to, like, have a game that I'm really into, and this is true for streaming and not streaming, but if I put off a game too long, I start to, like, it starts to kind of wear on me. Like, I think that was my problem with Final Fantasy, was I think it was just going on a little bit too long, so I just had to put it on, like, pause because it was starting to feel like a chore. Yeah. I love unhealthy drinks, you know, what can I say? This is what we have here in America, okay? We have, our food is made of poison and we love it. Okay, it's too expensive to eat and cook healthy, right? All right, well, I should go. But those are a little bit of future plans. I did think about whether I wanted to bring schedules back, and I don't think I do want to bring schedules back. You know what? I was drinking a lot of tea earlier this year, but just not lately. Because I just ended up with too many drinks, you know? So, I don't think I'll bring schedules back, but I'll try to, like, maybe think a little bit more about if I'm gonna do any kind of Halloween stream. I'll let you know in advance. I'll try to. At least more than an hour in advance, you know? Oops, not that. Alright. Bye-bye, bye-bye. Thanks for seeing the finale of the game. It's a really good game. I feel like it definitely had a little bit of popularity in Japanese when it came out like a year ago. But I've seen a couple of people play it in English. I think more people should play this one in English, so. Alright, bye. That's enough. Enough talking. Ugh. Bye-bye, bye-bye. Good night, good morning, good afternoon. Bye-bye.